Hi, I'm Dave. I'm going to lead you through this module of the seated positions and the cueing and the alignments. So what you will need during these sequences is a yoga belt and a yoga block, because what I'd like to do is firstly show you the posture itself, the asana itself, but then show you how you would maybe teach that to a beginner or somebody with tight hips. Okay, so if you can make sure you've got your yoga block and your yoga belt, we'll get started. Easy sitting pose, easy for some. So it's kind of the way that you would just sit, maybe if you were just to sit down onto the floor, maybe in your living room. You want to be sat down and the left heel kind of comes in to the top of the thigh like this, creates this space, and then this foot goes in front and the hands come down to the knees. So what we all want to do is not sit like this and create this big arch in the spine. So anybody who's tight in the hips, just sit them up, and you want to be sat so your sit bones are just on that back edge and your coccyx are on the block, and that will make you sit up nice and straight and the arms are down, and that way it's easier to support the spine with that little lift underneath. But if you sat like this and you feel like that you'll be feeling like you're trying to push yourself forward. But we want the head over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, arms are relaxed down, shoulders are relaxed, eyes are closed. So all the time you're thinking not to sink like this, that nice lift up through the crown of the head, so we keep that main energy channel nice and open. And then you'd inhale and take the right heel in, right to the top of the thigh, come onto the top of the foot because that helps the hip open. If you're up on the side of the foot like this, it keeps the knee high, but you see what happens when I turn that foot over, it naturally wants to open this hip joint down to the floor. I draw that heel in, and then this foot just comes to where it's comfortable. Again, if you need to, sit up on that block or lift the muscles away from your sit bones. But again, I'm creating length here, so shoulders come down, I lift the pelvic floor, tummy in. And there's this lifting up through the crown of the head. And there we have Sukhasana, easy sitting pose. One of my favorites. I tend to use this as my meditation pose. So rather than try and do anything more strenuous, I might just let that block support my spine, because I feel like I could sit here all day and just breathe in and out and I would be comfy. So you're not squashing in, you want that heel in so it gives space for the front leg, and move on to the top of the foot. Don't stay up on the side because it makes the hip come up. As I turn that foot out, see what happens to the hip. Just allow that to come down to the floor. Easy living. Namaste.